Welcome students to class 8th. Today we'll start with third section of our second unit. It is a poem, Nature's Way. Before starting, let's read the box. William Wordsworth, one of the best known nature poets in English, once wrote, "The eye it cannot choose but see, we cannot bid the ear be still, our bodies feel wherever they be, against or with a will." This is a very famous quotation given by William Wordsworth. What is the meaning of that? It is also given, when we open ourselves to the influences of nature, we can see how all our senses bring to us their own individual contributions to make that experience full and enjoyable. That is just what the poet illustrates for us in the following poem. So through this line, William Wordsworth wants to say that our eyes, we can't say them to not see, and we can't command the ears to be still. Our body will feel as according to the nature, means the influence of nature. It gives their own particular individual contribution to make our to experiences full and enjoyable. So let's read the story. It is about the nature. In this poem, it is about the beauty of the nature, and in this poem the poet is describing about the nature's beauty and its elements. So let's read the poem. Upon a nice mid-spring day, let's take a look at nature's way. Breathe the scent of nice fresh air, feel the breeze within your ears. So she is describing about her feeling in the poem about nature. She usually wants to tell her love and deep intense feeling about the nature. So what she is saying, that it is a very nice mid-spring day and you can just look at the nature and can breathe the nice fresh air and also feel the breeze. The grass will poke between your toes, smell the flowers with your nose, clouds form shapes within the skies and light will glisten from your eyes. That means, what is the meaning of that? That during the early morning, the grass will poke in between his toes and can able to smell the aroma of flower with nose. This is the meaning of first two lines. Then clouds form shapes within the skies and light will shine from your eyes. So it is an imagination of the clouds which are forming shapes in the sky. Hear the buzzing of the bees, climb the tallest willow trees, look across the meadow way and you shall see a young deer play. So you can look at the picture and see a deer, young deer is there. So what is the meaning of willow? A tree with long thin branches and narrow leaves that often grow near water. So they are saying that you can hear the buzzing of the bees. You can hear, have you anytime hear the voice of the bees? They are buzzing. That is the voice of the bees. So you can hear the buzzing of the bees and you can climb there. She is experiencing that, climb the tallest tree which is usually grown near the water and field which is covered with grass. On there you can see a young deer which is playing. Pick the daisies as they grow, watch a gentle cold stream flow, know the sounds of water splash, catch its glimmer in a flash. This is an imagination of the poet, that as the daisies grow you can pick them and you can also see a gentle cold stream which is flowing. This is all the imagination of the poet. And for she is saying that you can hear the sound of water as it is moving due to the stream which is flowing, then you can catch its glimmer in a flash. Then what happens when the sunlight falls on the water? Then it is flash, means the light is glimmering. What is the meaning of glimmer? Weak and unsteady light. When altogether all seems sound, lay yourself upon the ground, take a moment to inhale and listen to nature tell her tale. So when she is saying, just lay down on the ground and take a moment and take a deep breath and listen to the nature. And what nature is doing? Nature is telling a story. So nature tell her tale. So the nature is telling the story. This poem is about the beauty of the nature, and in this poem the poet is describing about the nature's beauty and its elements. And also what she is describing? She is describing about her feelings in the poem about the nature. She usually want to tell her love and deep intense feeling about the nature. All is this about in this poem. So students, did you understand the whole concept of this poem? It is the poetess who is describing about the relaxation she feels in the company of nature during a summer season. So she is narrating about the beautiful scenes. What are the beautiful scenes? Such as grass, clouds, then bees and willow trees, which brings a spark in her eyes. And also she is listening to pleasant sounds. What are the pleasant sounds? The sounds of a deer and a cold stream that is passing by. And she also observes young daisy flowers and animals which is playing around, and give her a deep breath and gratitude for nature's blessing. All this is the experience of the poetess. So now let us know the technique of this poem also. So in this the author is using the 5 senses to describe nature to the readers. Using the 5 senses in the writing, she creates a clear picture and make the reader feel a part of this poem. So what are the 5 senses she is using? First one is the breath, the scent of nice fresh air. This is the first sense. Then next, what is the next one? Can you find out? Second is the feel, the breeze within your hair. The third one is smell, the flower with your nose. You are smelling the flower with your nose. So this is the third sense she has used. And the fourth one is hear the buzzing of the bees. The next sense is ears. Then fifth one is watch a gentle cold stream flow. This is the fifth one. So this is how she uses the 5 senses to describe nature to the readers. What else which is important in this chapter is the rhyming scheme. So what is the rhyming scheme? You will see in your exercise part. This is the exercise part. You can do fill in the blanks, all this in your book itself. No need of writing in the copy. Question number 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th I had given you. This is the rhyming scheme. What is the rhyming scheme? That is AABBA. The rhyming scheme is AABB. The last word of the first 2 lines rhymes and the last word of the first and 4th line rhyme. Okay. So I think you understand the rhyming scheme. Another important one is, this is here for self work. Answers are here. Third answer is, the poet suggests climbing a tree, picking daisies, smelling flowers, watching clouds and laying down on the ground to listen to nature's tell its tale. Then answer number 4th is given here. And answer number 5th also given here. Okay. 6 we already solved in the book itself. Students, just also write the definitions of this personification. Okay. So with this our second unit is also completed. We'll continue with our third unit in next video.